I think one of the first steps is coming together as a community and having these conversations.
BusinessJournalDaily.com. 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
Who's the only local bank with a mobile mortgage app? Farmers. Download the app to contact your lender, calculate payments, securely scan and upload documents, and check the status of your loan. Fiercely local, fiercely loyal, Farmers.
I think today we've had an opportunity to talk about a number of the challenges, and as Guy mentioned, even we were talking about like how long it would take to establish an office of repopulation to really become that community like Solon and like York has become for repopulation in terms of recruiting and resettling and whatnot. And that's a longer play, but something that I think that because of time, maybe we didn't have enough time to spend discussing is what can we do today to help retain the youth in our community, or even those that are mid-career that may be looking to migrate. Jim talked about, we can be our own worst enemy because we're not just, as we walk out the door today, talking about what a great community this is. What are actionable things that we can do today? What are some immediate things? Policy issues and tax credits, and those can all be part of the solution, but those are longer term plays. So what can we do right now to start addressing the problem today? And I think that that's something that we need to come around more, because I know that we're all doing things individually, but I think we can be stronger and more cohesive in those efforts.
Yeah, I concur with what everybody's commented on today. It made me think back when I came to Eastgate 8 years ago. I try to tell the staff, and I try to portray that in everything that we tackle. Don't be afraid to swing and miss, and if you need help, bring in expertise. I think those are a couple of things that I think the people in the Valley were afraid of in the past, but I think that you see when you get this group of strong-spirited individuals and organizations together, we're starting to see some of the fruits of our labor and successes. One thing that really we talk about when we go to Columbus for funding, when we go to DC for funding, is the partnerships we have, the team effort, and really a unified vision. So if we're going to continue to be successful and be more successful, it's groups like this working together on that same vision to be successful. I've learned some things, made some notes today that I wasn't even aware of. But that's okay. That's how I get better, and that's how the team gets better. And this is a great team.
So I think we need to work together to set ourselves apart, keeping in mind that the competition is fierce. When Emil talked about we're trying to emulate some other communities, that's our competition. This workforce shortage, population shortage is nationwide, and it's especially challenging throughout Ohio. And so, keep in mind when we talk about bringing boomerangers back here, other communities are tapping into people here saying boomerang back to their towns. And so this competition is fierce. When we announced Kimberly Clark, I had somebody stand next to me say, well, they're all going to come here now because we've got the good paying jobs. And I'm like, no, everybody has good paying jobs. It has to be quality of life. We have to do something that's going to set us apart. And so let's not lose sight of the fact that we have fierce competition out there.
Well, I think our community has potential. I believe we have the potential to retain, to attract newcomers, and to be successful at it. And I think one of the first steps is coming together as a community and having these conversations, and just making a clear plan, educating the newcomers, but not only the newcomers, but our community, educating and just having that clear plan. What are we going to do? But we do have potential. And I personally I grew up in the city, and I left for 14 years and I came back, because my family was here, because it was a cheaper place, a cheaper option to raise a family. And compared to other big cities, it's a place where you can raise your family, even though we have our struggles as a community. So I just think, this is great what we're doing here today, coming together, having the conversations and making sure there are plans, and now how are we going to put this plan into action? And so, guys, glad to be part of that.
I want to thank you all. This has been absolutely fabulous. I've learned so much, and I'm so thankful for you taking the time.
BusinessJournalDaily.com 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
Who's the only local bank with a mobile mortgage app? Farmers. Download the app to contact your lender, calculate payments, securely scan and upload documents, and check the status of your loan. Fiercely local, fiercely loyal, Farmers.